The Bank of Ghana launched the Monetary Policy Committee Educational Observership Program during the 131st Monetary Policy Committee meetings, welcoming students from the University of Ghana to the meetings. The initiative reflects the bank's commitment to educating the next generation of economists and policymakers by giving students a first-hand understanding of how monetary policy is formulated and communicated. Here, Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama interacts with the students after the MPC press briefing.
So I hope you enjoyed yourselves.
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
What did you enjoy about it all? The tour. The questions. Did you identify some things you were taught in class or you read about, you heard us talking about? Did you identify this?
Yes.
For example,
So
what?
I mean, we've been learning in class the ADAS. We know the shifting and what have you, but it was very exciting to see it, in
action.
Exactly, and looking at both the positive and the negative macroeconomic shocks and how the MPC interprets that in the decision. So for me, it basically bridges the gap, and it tells me that whatever I'm learning in class, it's actually being done.
It's applicable. It's directly applicable.
Yeah, in the process of me reading, I look at Dr. Handy and I look at him and I said that these guys are going to maintain the negative policy rate.
You could tell. You could tell.
The weight of the positives and the negatives in terms of the economic shocks tells me that there is going to be a stable monetary policy, but not change in the monetary policy. So that's what I picked.
We look at different factors, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
And so you need to be able to form views about the outlook, what is likely to happen. And so you put it all together and then it becomes clear that no, you can't do anything about the rates currently. We are concerned about the outlook. Remember we're talking about inflation outlook, what could we pay on the outlook. So whether we should do something at this MPC round or not. Like I explained, we are 7 members of the committee. Before we came in, it used to be consensus, where they go several rounds to try and convince everybody, to fall in line, sort of. But when we came in, we said no, it will be majority decision. So the last meeting, for example, was very interesting. We're so divergent views, But at the end of the day, we were able to get the majority decision. Then we go and announce it. If you go for a consensus, more or less, you are constraining everybody to fall in line. But if you say majority, then you are free to go argue along your lines, right? If it's the majority that thinks of it in a particular way, why not? The head of research is there, the head of financial markets is there. They don't care that I'm a governor sitting on it with them. No, it doesn't count at all. We all argue, we take on each other, we tease each other, It's a committee. So the independence is there. And we take everybody's view very, very seriously. To be frank with you, 2 months ago, I was thinking we'll continue the disinflation, the easing cycle again at this MPC round. However, when it turns out that no, things are re-escalating, and based on what we assess currently, it's not likely that crisis maybe, stay with us till the end of the year. Then it becomes a permanent shock. And in economics, there's a difference between it, right? A temporary shock and a permanent shock. So now we need to look at it all over again. So we assessed it and we said, no, the end of the year, this is what the outlook for inflation is likely to be. And then one other thing we take seriously is inflation expectations. I'm sure they taught you about the role of expectations. They taught you about the expectations augmented Phillips curve. They taught you about that, right? You see the PE. There's some PE there in front, in the aggregate supply curve. Very, very, very important. The role of expectations plays a big, big, big part. So if you sat in the technical sessions, the one by the research department, you sat there, you joined them, right? I'm sure you would have seen some of the presentations.
Yes.
where they present on inflation expectations. There's a way we compute it, right? We derive it from the yield curve. And then we also conduct a survey based also. They have all those graphs there. So we look at all of them to see what Ghanaians are thinking. The consumers, the business people. Somebody asked about consumer confidence. You remember that question? So quickly, I referred to the graph and we saw it. It's just a small dip. So it's not alarming as at this round. But that said, we keep it under review going forward. So we have staff who do all these for us. After this MPC round, we'll be going out there on the field to conduct these surveys. They come back to analyze.
This is the end of the first part of this 3-part series of Time with the Governor during the 131st MPC meetings, which had students from the University of Ghana Economics Department and the Business School as the first cohort of the MPC Educational Observership Program, engaging the Governor in career-inspiring discussions. Stay tuned for the second part of this series.